Hi Year 3! So this week you're going to be working on learning to tell the time on an analogue clock. Now, as I'm sure lots of you already know, the long hand is the minute hand and a shorter hand is the hour hand. Now, on the clock around the outside we've got the big numbers and these represent the hours. And on my clock we have little numbers around the outside which represent the minutes, but I don't think you get this on most clocks. Now, to start off with, we're going to be working on telling the time in 5-minute intervals past the hours. So the hour hand is currently pointing to 5 and the minute hand is pointing to the 12. Whenever the minute hand is pointing to the 12, we call it o'clock. So this currently is 5 o'clock. If the hour hand was to move to the 6 and the minute hand was back to the 12, we would call this 6 o'clock. Now, if our minute hand moves along to the 1, this gap here is worth 5 minutes. So we would say it's 5 minutes past 6 o'clock. Okay, so this was 6 o'clock and now the minute hands have gone here. It is now 5 minutes past 6 o'clock. Now this keeps going and each interval is worth 5 minutes. So if the minute hand was to move to the 2, this would be worth 10 minutes. So we will call this time 10 minutes past 6. Okay, and so on. So here we then have gone 0, 5, 10, 15 minutes past 6, but we also call this time quarter past 6. Then we've got 20 minutes past 6, 25 minutes past 6, and then finally 30 minutes past 6, which we also call half past 6 because we have gone halfway around the clock. Okay, so let's have a look at a few other times. So we will call this one 9 o'clock because the hour hand is pointing for 9. And the minute hand is at 12, so we call that o'clock. So if I was to move my minute hand all the way down to here, I would say it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes past 9 o'clock. So you've gone past 9, 25 minutes. Okay, now I'm going to show you a couple of times and I'm going to give you a bit of time. You might want to pause the video and I want you to see if you can work out what time I'm showing you and I will tell you the answer. So let's go for this time. How would we say this time here? Okay, so this time is 10 minutes past 11 because this minute hand from o'clock has gone 5, 10. So it's 10 minutes past 11 o'clock. Okay, we'll do one more. Let's go for... So what time is showing on the clock now? Okay, so this time we call 20 past 2 because this minute hand has gone 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes past 2 o'clock. So from 2 o'clock, it's gone 20 minutes around and it has gone past 2. So it's 20 past 2. Pause there. We're now going to look at telling the time to the hour, which sometimes people find a little bit trickier, but I'm sure you'll manage. So we have the 20 past 2, so this would be 25 past 2, and then this would be half past 2. Now when the minute hand goes past the 6, we don't say how many minutes it is past the hour. We say how many minutes it's going to be until the next hour. So when this minute hand goes to here on the 7, it looks like it's 35 minutes past 2, which it is, but we don't say that. We want to say how many minutes it's going to be until the next hour. So it was 2 o'clock and this hour hand is going to the 3. So instead of saying past 2, we're going to say to 3. Now this minute hand is here and it's got to go all the way up here until it becomes 3 o'clock. So from here it has got to travel 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes until it is 3 o'clock. So we call this time 25 minutes to 3. Okay. Now if the minute hand then moves up here, if it wants to stay, it's still going to 3. It's not 3 o'clock yet. We don't say past 2 because we've gone past the 6. So it's now got to be 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes to 3 because it's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes until 3 o'clock. So we call that time 20 to 3. Okay. Now, when the minute hand goes here, this is another time you would have seen before. It is, oh, doesn't want to stay put, let's hold a bit at the back. So from here, you can see this hour hand is getting very close to 3 here, because it's not quite 3 o'clock. We've still got a bit of time until 3 o'clock. But from here, we've got 5, 10, 15 minutes until 3. So we call this 15 minutes to 3. But just like we had here, we don't actually say 15 minutes to 3, we call it quarter to 3, because it is 1/4 of the way around the clock until it is 3 o'clock. So this is quarter to 3. Now, if the minute hand moves up here, we've then got until, it's still not quite on 3, it's very close, but we've got 5, 10 minutes until 3. So we call it 10 to 3, 10 minutes to 3. So in here, we've only got 5 minutes, so it's 5 minutes to 3. 5 minutes until 3 o'clock. We go up here and we are back to 3 o'clock. So I'm going to show you, like before, a few times, and I want you to see if you can work out what the time is on the clock. So, that's on 5 o'clock. Okay, can you tell me what time the clock is showing? Okay, so the time of the clock at the moment is 20 minutes to 6, because, I'll hold it at the back, it's gone past the 5, not on the 6 yet, and it's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 20 minutes until 6 o'clock. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, can you tell me what time the clock is showing? Okay, so the time at the moment is 5 minutes to 9, because we've got 5 more minutes until it will be 9 o'clock. This one's a bit tricky because it looks like it could already be on the 9, so you do need to be really careful and look carefully where the hour hand is. Okay, so now we've been able to tell the time going in 5-minute intervals past the hour and to the hour. We're going to quickly talk about minutes past and to the hour. It's the same idea, but instead of counting in 5s, you also need to use a little marks in between the 5s, multiples of 5, to help you. So, for example, we now know that this would be 9 o'clock. So, now this is 5 minutes past 9, and this is 10 minutes past 9. But what about if it was pointing here? It's not quite on the 5, and it's not on the 10. So you use these little marks. So this is 5. Each little mark is worth 1 minute. So we've got 5 minutes. So this would be 6 minutes, 7 minutes. So we will call this time 7 minutes past 9. Okay? Let's have a look at another time. So we've got 10 o'clock. And we're going to go here. Now, it's always helpful if you use the big numbers. Instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all the way around the clock, which will take a very long time, use the big numbers to help you. So I know that 4 would be 20 minutes past, because it's 5, 10, 15, 20. And I'll go from here, 20, 21, 22, 23. So this would be 23 minutes, past 10. Now, going 2 o'clock to the hour is a little bit trickier with minutes too. So, let's move the hour hand out of the way a little bit. So, if this was 2 o'clock, we would have 2:15, 2:30, and then 2:45. Now, if this minute hand was actually going to be, say, pointing here, it's a bit trickier. So, I find it easier when you're doing minutes 2 to start at the 12 and go back down to where the minute hand is pointing. So, from here we've got 5, 10 minutes, then it's the little marks, it's 10, 11, 12. So we call this 12 minutes to 3. Okay, let's look at another one. Let's go here, and so again we've gone past the 4 and we're going to the 5, because we've gone the minute hand's past the 6, but it's a 2 time, so it's going to be 2, 5. We need to work out how many minutes it's going to be. So I'm going to start at the top, and it's going to be 5, 10, 15, 15. It's not going to be 20 quite. It's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we'll say this is 19 minutes to 5 o'clock. Okay, so hopefully this helps you. If you have any questions, don't forget to email us on our shared email address if you need help working out the time. We would love to see some of your work, but hopefully this has helped you. Time can be a bit tricky, but just give it your best. Bye.